Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and my 7-year-old is literally in the den right now whining just because he's being a brat. And I am tempted to open that door and go out there and give him a talking to. What he's whining about is he said he was hungry, and so I went in the kitchen and asked him, I said, what do you want to eat? And I don't know, all that stuff. I found out real quick he's not really hungry. He's just wanting something to whine about. So now I'm listening to him moaning in there. So it might be time for a little bit of discipline of some kind, or either he just didn't get enough sleep or something. But anyway, I don't have a high tolerance for children who are pouting and all of that. And I think that it's you got to use these moments to teach these kids a lesson. But anyway, this is the market today. Bitcoin's up a little bit, XRP's down a little bit, but yesterday we popped up from, what was it, around 19 cents on up to 21 cents. Now, anytime we have really green days, and yesterday I think it was up as much as 11 or 12% maybe at one time, anytime you have days like that, new people flow in to watch videos and learn about digital assets, and they show up to find out what's going on. So anytime this happens, I like to show them a few places they can go to find out and learn about XRP and why XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created and why it's the one. Okay, so this is the first thing that I would like to direct any of you to. To find this, simply go to Google, type in introduction to XRP Hodor. This is Hodor, who used to do blogs in the XRP community. This is one that he did in May of 2019, where he goes through all of the things about XRP and why it's different than Bitcoin and why it's, in my opinion, better than Bitcoin, and goes through everything that you could ever want to know in this blog. At the end, and he even shows you what it looks like, the XRP rich list, the top 1%, and what they have, or what they had at that point in time, that kind of thing. Talks about David Schwartz, the Ripple's $12 trillion man. Then he goes down here, and at the end here, I just wanted to read this part to you. Each of us can talk to people that we know or come in contact with and help spread the accurate information to others. XRP will change global commerce, but we must work to help those new to the market understand its potential. So that's what I'm doing today. This is one resource that you can find. Probably the most comprehensive resource you can find is a guy that I met when I was in Singapore. He goes by Leonidas. And his website here that you're looking at is xrparcade.com. Probably one of the best resources for finding out about Ripple and XRP that there are. What I'm showing you right here is the About XRP section. If you go to About XRP, he gives you that's the same introduction I think that I just showed you from Hodor's blog. But XRP information on this line, you can go down and find everything you want to know. Ripple information, there's Ripple's website, explanatory videos. He's got links to people explaining things about Ripple and XRP. Ripple executives, he can link you to those. XRP community bloggers, he's got the blogs here. And then he's got YouTube channels. He's got my channels on there, Thinking Crypto, Crypto Eddie, Alex Cobb, Jungle Inc., DM Logic. He's got all of these things listed. He's got these are Twitter researchers. He's got Bank XRP, XRP Research Center, Stephen Dieppe. Some of the people like Anti-FUD, David Schwartz. Dr. T disappeared, but so we don't any longer see that one. But he was a good resource when he was here. Tiffany Hayden's still here, and then Reddit, Telegram, community pages, anything you could want to know. Here's a good one: Ripple Partners List. There's he's got links. This is a good one that I know of. It's like a spreadsheet where you can look at all the people that are partnered with Ripple. So this is about as comprehensive gets. And I'm going to show you something else on this website here in a few minutes. But this guy's website, if you look across here, he's got everything you could possibly want to know about XRP and Ripple. So great resource. Now, I wanted to show you this. This is one of the more, and I do them every once in a while, one of the more popular topics, especially when people start seeing green in the markets. One of the more popular topics is when it comes time to get out of XRP, when it comes time to sell and take some profits in XRP or any other digital asset, exit strategies. So Mr. B has done an exit strategy video today, and you need to go check it out. Mr. B's XRP cash out plan and potential pitfalls to watch out for. Now, here's his channel. You should go give him a subscribe. He's at Mr.B XRP. You can give him a subscribe here and click this bell to be notified when he puts up a new video. But this is his cash out plan. These cash out plans in this space, things change fast, and so every once in a while we'll put out updated videos, different ones of us, and this is one you need to check out. All right, and then there was this. Ripple tweeted this out this morning. Ripple's Naveen, this is Naveen Gupta. This is the guy, this is one of my favorite people. I did not get to shake his hand when I was at Swell, but he's one of my favorite people because he has my favorite Ripple quote of all time, where he says, we are here to make a dent in the universe. You know, in other words, we're not just some startup company. We're here to make a dent in the universe, folks. Okay? Who says that? Who says that? My kind of guy says that. Ripple's Naveen Gupta discusses the fragmented payments landscape in Singapore and how blockchain solutions like ODL enable fintech innovation and instant global payments. I was trying to click on this a minute ago and the link was not working, but I'm sure that was temporary. So go check that out. Now, this is back to XRP Arcade. I wanted to show you this because I was looking through this myself and I saw that same Naveen Gupta, the tweet from Ripple. And I wanted you to make you all aware. This, if you go to xrparcade.com, this is the Ripple feed, okay? The Ripple feed is basically constant tweets from anybody having to do with Ripple. Their tweets appear here, so you can, it shows you when they tweeted it. This is from Nick Bogulis, who's one of the, I think an engineer at Ripple, but this is his tweet. And then if you keep going down, anybody who tags Ripple or tags people in Ripple, anything having to do with Ripple, this guy, Leonidas, is putting it on xrparcade.com. This is the tweet that I just showed you, so it popped up in his feed. So if you want if you're not on Twitter, this is a great place for you to come. You can just come and click on his feed every day if you want to, and you can see all of the tweets that you would want to know about having to do with Ripple and XRP. Great resource. Very smart guy. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded by how thorough some of the people are in this community, and he's one of them. Bank XRP is another at Bank XRP. Ripple-backed Bitso reveals exponential growth of crypto-powered remittances. Bitso is a key player powering Ripple's on-demand liquidity and processes Ripple's XRP-based remittances between the two countries. And this is a Daily Hodl article that you can go and click. I'm not going to get any further into that. There's a lot I've got to go through today. XRP Crypto Wolf is another huge resource. Give this guy a follow. XRP Crypto Wolf has sent me a string of things, so I'm going to go through them real quick, some good things. This one's not good. There's no explanation for this, but I can promise you it's not anything bad about XRP. It has something to do with some agenda with this exchange. Bitbox, the cryptocurrency exchange by Japanese messaging giant Lion, is delisting XRP on January 16th. They're delisting XRP pairs tied against Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. They didn't even give any specific reasons for why they're delisting XRP. Well, I think that speaks for itself. They didn't give any reasons. Singapore's central bank, MAS, said Singapore received 21 applications from groups seeking one of the country's new digital bank licenses. Jack Ma's Ant Financial, Grab Holdings, and Razor Inc. submitted bids. They will announce the results in June 2020. This is huge right here, folks. because you can see what's about to happen with all of these banks all around the world. When they start getting these digital bank licenses and all of a sudden fiat and crypto is in the same place and the buying and the selling is going on where all that liquidity is in these banks, it's going to be a game changer. I mean, it's the writing's right there on the wall for you. Okay, XRP Crypto Wolf, like I said, he gave me a lot of good ones today. Turkey is going to regulate cryptocurrency before the launch of its digital currency, lira. They plan to develop a software platform for instant payments. Turkey plans to establish a regulatory framework for Bitcoin and other crypto by the end of 2020. Just about all of these countries are in line to get all this ironed out somewhere, most of them in early 2020. So, it's a good place to be. We're in a great spot as early investors here. I get excited anytime I see what all these people are doing. XRP Crypto Wolf, once again, ex-backed CEO Republican Kelly Loeffler was officially sworn in as the newest U.S. Senator for the state of Georgia during a ceremony held in the U.S. Capitol. This is great news since we need more people in Congress that are pro-crypto for regulatory clarity. Folks, if you think that this is all by coincidence, then go think again. This woman was placed in this spot. I mean, if you go and look at it, she was literally placed in this spot. So she comes out for the last year, she's promoting back and how they're going to bring crypto to Wall Street and all of this. And then all of a sudden, after all of that, she's put in place in Congress. Okay? No, or not in Congress. She's the newest U.S. U.S. Senator for the state of Georgia. That's what it is. So this is big. This is big, big, big time. All right. Now Michelle Vandenberg sent me this, and this is huge too. Fed payments improvement stat. Today's cross-border transactions total about $29 trillion and are expected to grow to $39 trillion by 2022. Join our upcoming webinar on January 13th to hear insights from a recent review of the current cross-border payments landscape. So it's expected to grow to $39 trillion, folks. I mean, come on. Wolf of My Street. Iran threatening cyber attacks against U.S. financial institutions. I couldn't feel better about owning crypto at the moment and having 100% full control over my money. So they're talking about these countries threatening to attack financial institutions. Well, guess what financial institutions are currently, folks? They are what's called centralized, and crypto is decentralized. If you have crypto and you have crypto on, let's say, a Ledger Nano S, there's not anything anybody like Iran can do to harm your crypto because it's on your ledger and you have the private keys. They can do whatever they want. They're not touching your crypto. So what do you think when this kind of stuff starts happening? What do you think happens to the values of crypto when people realize that the decentralization of this is a protection against this type of thing? What happens? Values go up. That's what happens. Michael at VAL5 Links, who this guy right here is one of the, I saw him in a video. I've never met Michael, but he's one of the guys who has sent me more information over time. I saw him, I think it was in an On the Chain video. I saw him, and I meant to show that. Maybe I'll find it. But I saw him being interviewed, and I had never seen him talk. He's a guy that sends me information. He doesn't get involved in any drama. He just sends information. He doesn't really talk or dialogue with me, so I was kind of surprised to see him be on a show. One day I'll have to feature him in some way because he's been one of the most consistent people to send me things. According to Binance's CEO, cryptocurrency technology will become a part of everyday life over the next decade, including when using Uber. I was talking to someone on the phone yesterday and I was describing to them, imagine how people's lives change, because I use Uber every once in a while myself. Imagine how, think about, there's a lot of people in this world that live paycheck to paycheck. Imagine an Uber driver who is driving Uber to feed their family. Imagine what happens when this Uber driver all of a sudden is in the world that I've described. Imagine when that Uber driver drops me off and doesn't get his $15 a week from now, but gets his $15 paid to him instantly in cryptocurrency, or it just flows through something like XRP and lands in his bank account instantly, and he can take that $15 straight to the grocery store and use it to buy bread and milk for his kids and his family. Imagine that world and how it changes everything. That is what we're a part of. That is what this tweet is about. I mean, everything's going to change. Now, the crypto utility guy sent me the other day a video from these guys. Now, these guys are sharp. They're researchers. They go by SPQR Media, and I'm going to show you again. He says another great XRP deep dive video from Kaboom with a Kaboom moment. Now, I haven't watched this one yet. Just like I told you the other day when I showed you one of theirs, I had not watched it yet. I'm going to watch this one just like I watched the other one that they did the other day. The other one that they did the other day, by the end of the video, they literally showed the date book, I guess that's what you'd call it, of the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin. And in his date book, it literally showed an appointment that he had to meet with Brad Garlinghouse, is what it showed. And it was a pretty amazing video. Now, these guys do a great job. They do a lot of research, and you should go and watch this. I'm going to watch this one. How deep can this go? So he did another deep dive. One of the guys, I think it's a group of guys that does that. Go give them a subscribe. These guys are working very hard in the space, and they deserve it. Okay, Chinu Patel, at Chinu Patel 29, sent this from the block. Kraken received 50% more regulatory inquiries last year, says compliance costs are increasing. These guys are the guys that basically told the state of New York to, kiss off because they were wanting to bring them under all kinds of regulations. I can't remember if they were in New York and left or what, but these guys have been pretty hardcore about their stance and haven't been willing to deal with these regulators much at all from what I've read. David DePriest sent me this at Dave6971 that there's more money printing. This right here is a flashpoint, folks. This should tell you what's really going on and how dire the situation is in the world's economy. Federal Reserve admits it pumped more than $6 trillion to Wall Street in the recent 6-week period. If the Federal Reserve was looking for a media lockdown on news about the trillions of dollars in cumulative repo loans it has funneled quietly to Wall Street's trading houses since September 17th of last year, it could not have found a better cloud cover than Donald Trump. First, the impeachment proceedings bumped the Fed's money spigot from newspaper headlines. Then this past Friday, as the Fed released its December meeting minutes at 2 p.m., with its highly anticipated plans to be announced for future of the vast money giveaway to Wall Street, that news was ignored as the media scrambled to cover Trump's termination of General Qasem Soleimani. There I go, butchering another name. The head of Iran's Quds force, which raised the immediate specter of retaliatory strike against the U.S. by Iran. So, they're basically saying wag the dog here. Okay, I'm going to finish with this quote by Henry Ford. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Do you get that, folks? Sometimes the world is not necessarily ready or prepared for the kind of change that is really coming. Well, there's big, big, big change coming. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And tell your friends and family that Henry Ford said that if he had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Thank you for listening.